हाँ जी बेटा, अपना आज का टॉपिक है वेपर प्रेशर ऑफ लिक्विड्स। हाँ जी, व्हेन अ लिक्विड इज allowed to vaporize in a closed vessel then a pressure is exerted by vapors over the surface of liquid and this pressure is called vapor pressure। हाँ जी, देखो एक्चुअल ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ for example we have some closed vessel and here there is some liquid. Vessel should be closed. When we heat this liquid, its molecule gains energy from the heating and they start changing into vapors. Since the vessel is closed, so these vapors cannot leave this vessel and they move in this closed vessel. And as we continue the heating, this evaporation goes on increasing, means more and more liquid will be changed into vapor form. Or we can say, as the evaporation proceeds, the volume of liquid in the container goes on decreasing and the amount of vapors in the vessel goes on increasing. Ultimately, a stage will be reached when these vapors, because as the amount of vapors goes on increasing, this space is limited, so these vapors will start colliding with the surface of vessel and even with the surface of this liquid. When these vapors collides with the surface means topmost layer of this liquid, when these vapors start striking with the surface of liquid, then these vapors will be condensed and they will get converted into liquid. So this phenomena is known as condensation. So the change of liquid into vapors is known as evaporation, and change of vapors back into liquid, this process is known as condensation. So evaporation means change of liquid into vapors. And what is condensation? Vapors into liquid. So after some time there will be a equilibrium between these two processes, evaporation as well as condensation. As the heating is continued, more and more solution will be changes into vapor form and more vapors will get converted into liquid form. So ultimately there is some pressure over the surface of liquid which is exerted by these vapors. So this pressure which is exerted by the vapors over the surface of liquid in equilibrium with it is known as vapor pressure of the liquid. So now we can define vapor pressure: the pressure exerted by the vapors over the surface of liquid at a specified temperature in equilibrium with the liquid. So how can we define vapor pressure? It is the pressure exerted by vapors over the surface of, over, or you can say above the surface of liquid in equilibrium with the liquid at a given temperature is known as vapor pressure of liquid. So what is the vapor pressure? It is basically the pressure exerted by the vapors over the surface of liquid in equilibrium with it. So there are two factors on which the vapor pressure of any liquid depends. Factors affecting the vapor pressure. Factors affecting the vapor pressure. First factor is nature of liquid. Nature of liquid means any liquid which have strong intermolecular forces, will change into vapors not so easily, and hence its vapor pressure will be low. For example, water, alcohols in which hydrogen bonding is present. If the bonding is hydrogen bonding, it means it has strong intermolecular forces. For example, in liquid, somewhat this type of arrangement. So in these two liquid molecules there are intermolecular forces. Stronger is this intermolecular force, it requires more energy to change into vapors, and amount of vapors will be less, and if the amount of vapor is less, then its vapor pressure will be low. So in general we can say any liquid which has strong intermolecular forces, they will have less value of vapor pressure, and the liquid which have weaker intermolecular forces, they will change into vapors easily, and hence their vapor pressure will be higher. So next factor is effect of temperature. Effect of temperature on the vapor pressure of liquid. As we increase the temperature of any liquid, its molecules will gain more kinetic energy from heating. If their kinetic energy is more, so they will move fastly, and hence changes into vapors easily. So if they change into vapors easily, their vapor pressure will be more. Means as we increase the temperature, जैसे जैसे टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज होगा लिक्विड के मॉलिक्यूल्स क्या गेन करेंगे, काइनेटिक एनर्जी. जितनी काइनेटिक एनर्जी ज़्यादा होगी उतनी उनकी मूवमेंट ज़्यादा होगी. मूवमेंट मीन्स दे कैन चेंज इनटू वेपर्स, और जितने वेपर्स ज़्यादा होंगे उतना ही वेपर प्रेशर ज़्यादा होगा. सो इन जनरल विद द इंक्रीज इन टेम्परेचर द वेपर प्रेशर ऑफ एनी लिक्विड goes on increasing. So these are two factors which affect the value of vapor pressure. So our next topic is vapor pressure of liquid solutions. Vapor pressure of liquid solution means the solvent will be liquid and solute can be gas, solid or liquid. So next topic is vapor pressure of solution, liquid solution. So solute, it can be gas, solid or any liquid, but solvent will be definitely any liquid. So liquid solutions means solvent will be liquid but solute can be gas, solid or liquid in nature. Yesterday we have discussed about the solution of gases in liquid. So this we have done. So we will discuss solid into liquid or liquid into liquid. First we will discuss liquid in liquid. Liquid in liquid means we have a binary solution. Binary means which has only two components, one solute and one solvent. So for example, we have two liquids. The liquid taken in large amount will act as solvent, and here we have added some another liquid, so this will act as solute. So these two will make a solution A, B. Now if we suppose both liquids are volatile, assumption, let us assume that both liquids are volatile in nature. Both liquids are volatile. Volatile, what do you mean by volatile? Volatile means any liquid or any component which can change into vapors. कोई भी चीज़ जो वेपर फॉर्म में चेंज हो सकती है, दैट इज नोन एज वॉलेटाइल इन नेचर. सो वी आर टेकिंग अ बाइनरी सोल्यूशन इन विच बोथ लिक्विड्स आर वॉलेटाइल. ठीक है. सो व्हेन वी हीट दिस सोल्यूशन, हीटिंग, so both components will evaporate and the vapor phase means after the formation of vapors, vapor phase will consist vapors of both components, because both components are volatile. So if we heat this type of binary solution in which both components are volatile, so whenever the vapor phase will be there, for example these are vapors, so these vapors will be of both components. So vapor phase will consist of vapors of both components. So vapor pressure of this solution will consist of vapors of both components, and the relation between their pressure was studied by a scientist, Rawls. He put forward his law known as Rawls' law. According to Rawls, the vapor pressure of any component, we have taken two components A and B. According to Rawls, the vapor pressure, हाँ जी, वेपर प्रेशर को डिनोट किया जाता है P, स्मॉल p. According to Rawls, the vapor pressure of each component means PA and PB. Vapor pressure of component A and vapor pressure of component B is directly proportional to their mole fraction. According to Rawls, the vapor pressure of any component is directly proportional to its mole fraction. ठीक है, and here the constant of proportionality, it is equal to vapor pressure of pure component. देखो PA and PB are vapor pressure in solution form, and what is P naught A and P naught B? This is the partial vapor pressure of pure components. Pure components means if we take individually both components, like in one container we are taking liquid A and in second container we are taking liquid B, and if we heat these two liquids separately, then their vapor pressure will be P naught A and P naught B. So these are the vapor pressure in their pure state, and these are the vapor pressure in their solution form. So according to the Rawls law, the vapor pressure of any component is equal to products of its vapor pressure in pure form and its mole fraction. So we can define Rawls law at a given temperature for a solution of volatile components. The vapor pressure is equal to, so according to Rawls law, vapor pressure of at a given temperature for a solution of volatile liquids the vapor pressure of each component, the partial vapor pressure of each component is equal to product of its vapor pressure in pure form and its mole fraction. देखो, at a given temperature for a solution of two volatile liquids, the partial vapor pressure. What does this partial vapor pressure means? PA and PB of each component is equal to the product product of P naught A and XA and P naught B into XB. So it is equal to the product of its vapor pressure in the pure form and its mole fraction. So if we are talking about the vapor pressure of the whole solution, so according to the Dalton, total vapor pressure will be equal to P naught A into XA plus. So according to the Dalton, total vapor pressure of the solution will be equal to PA plus PB, or we can say P will be equal to P naught A into XA and P naught B into XB. P naught A into XA plus P naught B into XB. But we know mole fraction of a binary solution is equal to 1. So we can say X is equal to 1 minus XB, or XB will be equal to 1 minus XA. So if we put the value of XA as 1 minus XB, so P will be equal to P naught A into 1 minus XB plus P naught B into XB. So it will be equal to P naught A minus P naught A XB plus P naught B into XB. ठीक है, so P will be equal to P naught A. Here I will take common as XB plus XB into P naught B minus P naught A. So these three values, P naught A, P naught B, P naught A, these are already constant. So vapor pressure of the solution varies directly to the mole fraction of the solute. Usually B means solute component. ठीक है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल जैसे हमने कहा था कि जो सोल्यूशन है देयर आर टू लिक्विड्स A and B. So this B denotes the mole fraction of solute part. So according to the Raoults, the vapor pressure of the solution P will be equal to partial vapor pressure of component A in the pure state plus mole fraction of the solute component into vapor pressure of the component B in pure state minus vapor pressure of component A in the pure state. So this is about the Raoult's law. We can draw a graph for the Raoult's law. So if we draw a graph, let us suppose firstly we have only component A, means mole fraction of A component is 1 and mole fraction of B is equal to 0, means we have only one component A. Similarly here XA is equal to 0 and XB is equal to 1. So we have written PA is equal to PA plus PB. So what is PA? P naught A into XA, and PB is P naught B into XB. So if we put the value of XB as 0, this term will be cancelled. So P will be equal to P naught A XA 1, this term is 0, so P will be equal to P naught A. So when there is only one component, means only one component A, then the vapor pressure of the solution will be equal to P naught A. Similarly, if we take the value of XA as 0, this term will be 0 and the vapor pressure of the solution will be P naught B. So these are the two extreme conditions when we are taking the value of XA is equal to 1 and XB is equal to 1. When X is equal to 1, the vapor pressure of the solution will be only the vapor pressure of the component of A, and if we are taking the component B only, then the vapor pressure will be equal to the vapor pressure of the component B in the pure form. And if we suppose कि value of XA goes on decreasing and values of XB goes on increasing, means XA की value 1 से कम हो के धीरे धीरे क्या हो रही है 0 और XB की value 0 से बढ़ के क्या हो रही है 1. So this vapor pressure will change like this. Similarly, firstly we have taken the value of XB is equal to 1, the pressure will be P naught B, and if we will decrease the value of XB from 1 to 0 and increase the value of XA from 0 to 1, then the vapor pressure will be vary as like this. So what will be the vapor pressure of solution? So this line will represent the vapor pressure of solution. So this will be equal to vapor pressure of the solution P naught A into XA and P naught B XB, because in this area the value of XA goes on decreasing and value of XB goes on increasing. So this is the graphical representation of the Raoult's law. Here we have taken vapor pressure and on this side we have taken mole fraction. So this is the vapor pressure of liquid solution for those solution in which both liquids are volatile. Volatile means both liquids can be changed into vapor form. Then second case is vapor pressure of the solution in which one component is non-volatile. So second example we will take solute plus solvent, but the solute will be non-volatile in nature. Vapor pressure of liquid solution again, but now we will take the example of liquid solution as solid plus liquid. Previously we have discussed of solution of both liquids. Okay, now our solid will be solute and liquid will be solvent. For example, if we add sugar into water or salt into water, salt is solid in nature and sugar is also solid in nature, but this solute, now this is non-volatile. Okay. For example, again we have some closed vessel. For discussing the vapor pressure, you have to draw the vessel as closed vessel. Okay. For example, this is your any liquid. Again we are taking it as A and it is volatile in nature. But second component, that is in solid form, it is component B, but in this case it is non-volatile. Non-volatile means it cannot be changed into vapor form. Now let's suppose कि we heat this solution. ठीक है. Now if we add some solid into liquid, then definitely if we draw their molecules as spheres, for example, these are your solvent molecules. These are your solvent molecules. ठीक है, and we have added some solid into it. So now these solids will interact with this liquid when we heat this solution. So definitely some surface of the liquid will be occupied by these solids. For example, मैंने solids को ऐसे fill कर दिया. So some surface of the liquid molecule will be covered by solid components. And we are heating this solution, and we know evaporation is a surface phenomena. Surface phenomena means when we heat any liquid, only the molecules present on the top layer of the liquid, means surface of the liquid, will change into vapors. So there are two conditions. For example, this is only liquid molecule and we are heating this solution. So in this case, whole surface is occupied by liquid molecules, but in this solution form, some surface is occupied by this solid molecules, which is non-volatile in nature. So definitely in this case, the amount of vapor will be more as compared to the amount of vapors in the solution form. So this is your pure solvent, and this is your solute plus solvent, or we can say this is your solution and this is your only solvent component. So amount of vapors will be more in case of pure solvent. If amount of vapors will be more, its vapor pressure will be high. And if we add some non-volatile solid into this solvent molecule, some surface is occupied by non-volatile solid particle, so its vapors will be less, and hence it's in this case the amount of vapors will be less as compared to the pure solvent. So definitely the vapor pressure of the solution will be less than that of vapor pressure of the pure solvent. So now we will discuss it in the Raoult's law form. So according to the Raoult's, the vapor pressure of a solution containing non-volatile solute is because of only the vapor pressure of solvent, and this vapor pressure of the solvent is less than the vapor pressure of the pure component. देखो what does it means? देखो P is equal to PA plus PB. ठीक है, what is PA? PA is equal to P naught A into XA, and PB will be equal to P naught B into XB. But this B component, this is non-volatile, so its contribution will be 0 because it cannot be changed into vapor form. So total vapor pressure of the solution will be equal to PA. Vapor pressure of the solution will be because of the vapor pressure of only the solvent molecule. So P will be equal to PA, but this PA is equal to P naught A into XA. So we can say for the binary solution of any solid into liquid in which your solid is non-volatile, the vapor pressure of the solution is only because of the vapor pressure of the solvent molecules. And it is also noticed that this pressure, this vapor pressure of the solution is less than that of P naught A. ये जो वेपर प्रेशर है सोल्यूशन का वो वेपर प्रेशर ऑफ द प्योर सॉल्वेंट से कम है। वो चीज़ हमने पहले डिस्कस की है, क्योंकि इन द सोल्यूशन फॉर्म सम स्पेस इज ऑक्यूपाइड बाय द सोल्यूट एंड सोल्यूट इज नॉन वॉलेटाइल, so amount of vapors will be less. If the amount of vapors will be less, then its vapor pressure will be less. So in case of non-volatile solids, the total vapor pressure of the solution is equal to the vapor pressure of the component A in the pure state multiplied by its mole fraction, and again this vapor pressure of the solution is less than that the vapor pressure of the pure component. So we can define it as vapor pressure of the solution containing non-volatile solute. So here we can define Raoult's law. According to this, the vapor pressure of the solution containing non-volatile solute is equal to the product of vapor pressure of solvent molecule in its pure form and its mole fraction at a given temperature. What does it mean? According to this law, the vapor pressure of the solution means P is equal to, but condition क्या है कि जो solution है उसका जो solute है वो क्या होना चाहिए, non volatile, is equal to the product of vapor pressure of the solvent in its pure form means P naught A and its mole fraction. So we can write P is equal to P naught A into XA. So P is equal to P naught A into XA, or P divided by P naught A is equal to XA. And what is XA? XA can be written as 1 minus XB. So if we subtract both sides from 1, ये जो दोनों साइड्स अगर हम इनको सब्ट्रैक्ट कर देंगे फ्रॉम 1 मीन्स 1 माइनस P अपॉन P नॉट A, it is equal to 1 minus XA. So if we take LCM, then it will become P naught A minus P, it is equal to 1 minus XA. So this 1 minus XA can be written as XB. So what this equation implies? This value P naught A minus P. So what does it mean? P naught A means vapor pressure of the component A in pure form minus P means vapor pressure of the solution. Means if we add some non-volatile solute into any solvent, then its vapor pressure goes on decreasing. Means प्योर फॉर्म में वेपर प्रेशर ज़्यादा होता है और वेपर प्रेशर ऑफ द सोल्यूशन क्या है वो कम होता है. P naught A minus P, this value denotes lowering in vapor pressure. This value means this P naught A minus P, it means lowering in vapor pressure. Lowering in vapor pressure means if we add some non-volatile solute into pure solvent, its vapor pressure goes on decreasing. So this term implies lowering in vapor pressure, and this term P naught A minus P divided by P naught A, this term is known as relative lowering in vapor pressure. So according to this equation, relative lowering in vapor pressure of any liquid solution which contains non-volatile solute, it depends directly on the mole fraction of the solute. Means if the amount of solute is more, then relative lowering in vapor pressure will be more, and if the amount of solute is less, then the relative lowering in vapor pressure will also be less. So this is all about Raoult's law containing liquid solution. First we have discussed about the liquid solution in which both components are volatile. In that case, P is equal to P naught A XA and P naught B XB. This was Raoult's law for binary solution in which both components are volatile. And now we have discussed about the Raoult's law for a solution in which your solute is non-volatile. In this case, P is equal to P naught A into XA because your solute was non-volatile, or we can say relative lowering P naught A minus P divided by P naught is equal to XB. So this is your relative lowering in vapor pressure. जितना अमाउंट सोल्यूट पार्टिकल्स का बढ़ता जाएगा, मीन्स मोल फ्रैक्शन बढ़ती जाएगी, उतनी relative lowering in vapor pressure भी बढ़ती जाएगी. This was your Raoult's law for liquid solution. So in the next lecture we will discuss about the ideal solution, non-ideal solution, showing positive deviation, negative deviation, and so on.